What's up, YouTube? It's Dylan from the Buddy Force here, and welcome back to episode 11 of Sealed Only. This week is super exciting. We've got an OTS to go to. So it's Friday, and the OTS is tomorrow morning. I'm really excited. This is the first time we're going to one of these like bigger OTS events, I believe. I'm not sure if we went to one in the past, but this is one of our chances to get our invite to Nationals because I've got some really bad news. As some of you may have seen, I posted it on YouTube and on our Instagram where we had a huge problem where next week was when I was supposed to end Sealed Only. But we had a problem with our regionals where normally we have at least one head judge and 3 floor judges. But this time they couldn't get enough floor judges. They only had a head judge and 1 floor judge. And I felt really bad for our vendors that are setting up the event. So I asked you guys what I should do. And you guys told me that I should judge the regionals and help out instead of playing. Which means Sealed Only's going on for a little bit longer. The next regionals is in Fargo on April 18th. So that's a bit of a ways away. That's over a month away. So I guess we're going to have another month's worth of Sealed Only content. Hopefully you guys still enjoy watching this series. But yes, so we're going to hopefully get our invite tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of people there and a lot of people really trying to get their last minute invites. So hopefully we can also top 4 and get our invite as well. Full disclaimer, I already have my invite to Nationals. I got it before I started Sealed Only. But it'd still be really cool to know that we could still get our invite with a sealed deck. So without further ado, let's get into the pack openings. So this week is a little weird. I was trying to figure out what to open this week, and then I realized that the Ignition Assault Special Edition just came out. We were scrambling for Ignition Assault packs, but then the Special Edition came out and we were able to snag that. And then we've also got 7 packs of Battles of Legend Heroes Revenge, because I realized that Avenged Savior is really good and we still haven't pulled one. So I got 7 packs here to hopefully grab one out of. So that's all the housekeeping. That's what we're opening this week. Let's get right into it. We're going to start with the Ignition Assault pack. So like I said, the cards out of Ignition Assault that we are looking for are Jacko Bolin, I guess Lightning Storm, obviously, and a Cross Sheep. All of these will be good in one capacity or another, so hopefully we can get at least one of those, preferably Cross Sheep or Jacko Bolin. Here are our 2 promos, the Unchained Twins Sarama and Goki Destroy Ogre. Obviously, we're not going to be playing any of these, so we're just going to put those to the side, and let's get into these. So sadly, this is a special edition. This is the last special edition ever. No more special editions after this. But these are also not first edition, which means we don't have the chance of getting a Starlight Rare. But we can still get a Cross Sheep and a Lightning Storm. And Jacko Bolin. So let's go through this real quick. Come on. Nope, Light Dragon Agnister. I swear, Light Dragon Agnister, I've opened a lot of Ignition Assault off camera as well, and I've seen this card too much. I'm actually, if I see another Light Dragon Agnister, I might just eat it or rip it up. I don't know. I'm really mad. Oh! We got the Lightning Storm! We got a Lightning Storm. Oh, that's so nuts! Holy, what luck! I keep saying, oh, let's get the Lightning Storm. Wow, okay, this is going in our side deck. I know it's 1 copy of Lightning Storm, but holy, good job. Let's go. And is this a Cross Sheep behind it? No, that would have been the most nuts pack of all time. We got a Lightning Storm, boys. Let's go. Wow. Okay, this is going to be a very hype OTS. We're going to totally draw the one of Lightning Storm and win some games like that. I'm telling you. This is actually nuts. I've never thought I'd actually pull the Lightning Storm. Oh. And Jacko Bolin! Oh, that's 2 out of 3 cards that we wanted. Oh, and no Cross Sheep. Oh my god. This is probably the most luck I've ever had out of Ignition Assault, other than the Prismatic Rare we pulled when the set first came out. Oh, look at those. Oh, look at that. This is actually awesome. Immediately one of the best openings we've had on this channel. Or in this series, I should say. Okay, now we're going to open up the 7 packs of Battles of Legend. Hopefully we can get Avenged Savior. And I guess it's cool we could rarity upgrade some of our Shaddoll cards. Engineer Ferris, whatever. Another card that could be good, I've seen some people talking about it, is the BLS Link. But that's also really hard to find, so I am not really expecting to get that in here. Cyberstein, nice. Ooh, Pankratops. We could throw that in maybe. It's a one of, but yeah, we'll definitely have to take a good long look at our side deck and really hash out what we want it to look like. Another hedgehog. Holy, a lot of hedgehogs. And TG Gear Zombie. Man, these are not turning out great. Holy, I don't think anything can actually beat the Lightning Storm. Yeah, nothing's gonna beat Lightning Storm at this point, except like the BLS Link. Oh, hey, another Nether Soul Dragon. I don't think we're gonna run 3. 3's a little excessive, but we have 2. And yeah, but it's good to know that we have 3 if we ever need it. And another Cyberstein. Okay, we've got 2 packs left. Number 97. Definitely don't need that. I keep forgetting to put the secrets on the back. It's really weird because I guess I'm not used to seeing the highest rarity in the back or in the front. So, okay. Crimson Fox, Apparition, Gold Moon Coin, Battle Assist, and Intro Kaichaiji. Okay, so those 7 packs were useless, other than a rarity upgrade to Hedgehog and another Nether Soul for down the line. And I guess, in theory, Pankratops, but I don't think we're going to be playing Pankratops at all. But, oh, we got the Lightning Storm and the Jackabolin. Amazing opening. So, it's time for me. It's getting kind of late, so at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a long look at our deck, and I'm going to hash it out, and I'm going to have to get a deck list ready for tomorrow. So, I'll see you guys then. Although I don't know how filming's going to work tomorrow. I'm going to try to get you guys some gameplay, but like I said, at Galaxy Comics, it's really crowded in there and it's hard to film, but I will try my best to get you something. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay everybody, welcome to round 1 of my OTS. So round 1 we lost die roll and we went up against Shaddoll Invoked. They opted to go first and ended on Win to Pass, meaning that we could only special summon once this turn. What we ended up doing with our one special summon is activating the 1-for-1 we had in hand to summon out a Glow Up Bloom. So we pretty much just pass our turn
on a Unizombie, Glow Up Bloom, and Zombie World. So that if they attack into the Bloom, then we can get out Ballardrock on their turn. Which is exactly what ended up happening. First, he turns his Winda into a Gravity Controller, makes El Shaddoll App Cologne, sets a Shaddoll, and then continues to fuse his Gravity Controller and his Shaddoll card back into another Winda. So we have the one Ballardrock on field when it's our turn, we draw the second Glow Up Bulb, and we are in it. So we summon out the Shiranui Solitaire, which when we use his effect, we can use the Ballardrock to banish the window, which opens us up to more special summons. And since we have the Bloom in hand, we're able to get out a second Ballardrock, and we take the first game from there. Game 2, we have a fairly okay hand, but they must have had a worse one because they went first again, and all they did was set one, pass. We end on a board of Winda Ballardrock. They do some shenanigans using Invocation to summon out an App Clone and an Aerial. What ends up happening is we Ballardrock effect to banish the App Clone since it can't be destroyed by battle, and then call by the grave the Aerial. They used App Cologne effect to target our Zombie World, and since we had a Banshee Grave, we dodged that as well. At this point, we pretty much just wrap up the game. Even though we've got Sucker and Doom King on field, there's nothing else our opponent could really do, and that wraps up round 1. Round 2, we played against ABC. Really weird game. All we do on our first turn is a normal summon a Necro Banshee and attack over his Platinum Gadget. He ends on a field of Platinum Gadget, ABC Dragon Buster, and a set. And we just pass turn from there. We set a Super Poly, so that's helpful for next turn, but we actually get rid of the Necro Banshee to put out a Zombie World. So we just waited. He tagged out his 3 pieces and turned them into a Phoenix and one of the remaining pieces. So when he tries to Phoenix pop our Zombie World, I activate Super Poly, taking his monster away. He then Unicorn bounces it, so our turn comes back around. He's got Unicorn and ABC Dragon Buster. We just normal summon the Glow Up Bloom and turn it into Linkuriboh, summoning out Jacko-Bolin. And Jacko-Bolin actually uses his effect and gets us our own copy of ABC Dragon Buster from his grave. This ended up being completely nuts because we then use ABC Dragon Buster effect, discarding Glow Up Bloom in our hand to banish his Buster and then summon out a Ballardrock, which was probably the most broken part and caused the first game to end. Game 2, we pretty much have a standard board of Sucker and Jacko-Bolin, one of the newer cards that we just got. We Super Poly away his 2 monsters before he can go into a rank 4 for another Dragon Necro. And he can't really do much from here. He's got 1 set, and that's pretty much it. He had nothing else to respond to. I think he told me afterwards that his set card was a Judgment, but obviously you can't respond to Super Poly. Now, round 3, we're going up against Dinos, and I'm going to be honest, we got absolutely curb stomped by Dinos. It's just something about them. They can totally wipe us out of the water. We did misplay here. We activated Banshee effect in his draw phase. We should have waited until his main phase, because when we activated in draw phase, he just popped it with Tornado Dragon, and we weren't able to use Jacko-Bolin's effect. And yeah, he just OTK'd us both games, and that's just how it is. Round 4, we went up against the Herald of Perfection deck. We've played against it once or twice, so I sort of knew what we were getting into. This is my board after about 2 turns each. We've got double Ballardrock, Dragon Necro, Winda, and Sucker. So it was pretty busted. Game 2 was a completely different story. He went first, summoned out Archlord Christia, and we couldn't really do anything, honestly. Once he has Christia on field, we have very few ways to out the card, one of which is Dark Ruler no more. But game 3, we just set up a basic board of Doom King, Gozuki, and Sucker, but that's enough to beat him because he opens up 5 rituals and Christia, so he had nothing else to do. Going into round 5, this is the last round of Swiss before the top 8. We played against Unchained. Unchained is a very interesting deck. The only really thing to point out from this game was the fact that we were able to use Jack-o'-Bolin's effect to summon out Construct, triggering Construct's effect again to send. Other than that, the game was pretty standard, really lackluster. Game 2, he goes first, summons out his Link 2, and then I just summon out a Jack-o'-Bolin, activate Super Poly, attack him for 3k. He can't really do anything, he just sets 1 passes. We summon out a Ballardrock, change it to attack mode, and then attack for game. It was a very lackluster round 5, but it was the last game before Swiss. So at the end of all 5 rounds, we were X1, which means we were going into Top Cut. Top Cut is where we lost it, so we played against Rockets. And the only thing I'm going to say about the Rocket matchup is the Koiki Mirror card that you see me looking at here right now is completely busted. It stops you from special summoning light and dark monsters, which is how we lost. That's pretty much how the event went. We lost after playing against Rockets just because we weren't able to special summon any of our monsters. And yeah, we ended up with top 8, still pretty good. Wouldn't have technically gotten our invite, but that's okay. That was it for the OTS, and now we can move on to the locals, which is where I'm allowed to use the Jack-o'-Bolin and the Cross Sheep that you saw me pull earlier.
Okay, so we just finished up the second round. Round 1, I played against Gabe. Gabe was playing ABCs, and we lost die roll, and boy did Gabe destroy us. Normally we're supposed to win that matchup because if we get zombie rolled out, then Union Hanger's pretty much useless, and a lot of their cards are based on machine types. But Gabe went first. He established a much better board than we did, and we totally lost. Game 2, we went first, but we did not open anything that we needed, and once again, Gabe just swoops in and destroys us. Then for round 2, we played against Spirals again, except this time we actually did stuff. Game 1, they comboed off and completely destroyed us, and then Game 2 was super grindy. We both ended up bricking really hard. There's the rest of the Buddy Force here. Game 2, we both bricked really hard, going back and forth, but zombies are just able to grind a bit better, so we took the win Game 2. And then Game 3, it was another huge grind fest with both of us bricking, but I got a Super Poly out and ended up just beating him down until about 1,400 life points. Then he started being able to do stuff and calming off, so it was a lot of back and forth, but then time got called. I was still at full, he was still at 14, so I took the game.
There we go. And also on tough effects targeting and calling monster. That's stupid of me. Battle phase, attack, attack this one. Go ahead. Drop. I'm gonna take one.
Zodiac Barrage.
You got it.
Yo, I win.
So that's round 2 over, and we'll see what happens in the rest of the tournament. Well, that was a quick round 3. Round 3, we played against Crusadia Guard Dragon. It's been a long time since I've played against Crusadia Guard Dragon. Like, I haven't played against them since way before Agripane got banned. And they wiped us out of the water. I wasn't expecting it. They were able to just completely OTK us with Equimax and stuff like that. Game 2, we actually took the game just by grinding it out. Zombie World stops a lot of their plays because they can't go into the Guard Dragons. And then Game 3, I assumed that they were going to make me go first again, but instead they went first, and they totally popped off. They made the whole Gamma Seal negate board, and we could not out that with the hand that we had. So that's round 3. Round 4 is about to start. Round 4 was even quicker than round 3 because when I sat down to start the duel, I saw my opponent leaving. I guess he forgot to drop, so we didn't end up playing round 4, we just took the win. But we were already X2 from rounds 1 and 3, so it didn't really matter, we weren't going to get prizing. But this is just all for practice. Round 5, we played against Buster Dragons. Now, I don't think I've ever actually played against Buster Dragons, and I realized that it's a really weird matchup because Zombie World turns all of their cards into zombies, and then his Buster Dragon turns all of my monsters into dragons, and it's really weird. So at one point, I had Zombie World on the field, but then he summons the Synchro, and then I activate Banshee to turn everything back into zombies, because it's whichever the last one that was activated that counts. So that was really weird. We ended up taking both game 1 and 2. Basically, it was a lot of super polys and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it. We finished with a record of 3-2. It's not our best, but I'm still trying to get used to the deck because I'm not used to having Jack-o'-Bolin and Cross Sheep, and trying to like line up my plays so that I'm not locking myself into zombies before I'm summoning Cross Sheep, and I'm finding the right times to use Jack-o'-Bolin. It's sort of a learning curve for me, although we did make a major play in round 5 with Jack-o'-Bolin where we actually summoned back a BLS Link from our opponent's graveyard. Yeah, he summoned out a BLS Link and we super polyed it away, and then we activated Jack-o'-Bolin to bring the BLS Link back on our field, and that's pretty much how we took the last game. So yeah, that's the tournament, and thank you guys so much for watching. I think this is just, yeah, this is the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe. I know it was a really long one, I'm sorry, and next week should be a bit shorter. Anyways, I'll see you next time.